2022 DIY Campers Community Campout.
Christmas camp out.
Christmas campout. All right, we left here at the house on Thursday after I got off work. We started heading that way. When we got there, we got set up. We'll start getting set up about 30 minutes later. It was dark. So we had very little light. We set up mostly in the dark. And then we had a meet and greet at our tent. So some people came over and we sat around the tent. And I got to meet some new faces. And it was good to reconnect with the old friends as well. So we sat around for a few hours, probably 3-4 hours, and chit-chatted.
About 3 hours, yeah.
That was real good. Then we got ourselves together and we went to bed for the night. Woke up the next morning and it was raining.
Rained during the night.
And rained.
Rained all morning, yes.
And at 1 o'clock, the rain was supposed to push off. But guess what? At 1 o'clock, it was still raining. It was probably about 3 o'clock before we got a break in the showers, in which we gathered most of the willing participants together, and we headed down to the falls, and walked across the bridge and took a look at the falls and
the top of the falls.
Yeah, and the water
overlook.
The water was rushing.
Yeah,
we'd had a lot of rain,
right,
and it was coming over those falls pretty good, and it came over the falls the entire time we were there. Yeah, it was heavy.
Yeah.
Go into the park, and the trail goes all around the edge of the park there. It's about right here. So,
thank goodness, though. I'd rather it be heavy than a trickle.
Yeah, I wasn't disappointed with the falls this year.
Right.
Then after that, we got ourselves together for the potluck. And then right after the potluck, we had the Christmas lights. And then...
well, we had the ugly sweater contest at the potluck.
Oh, and of course, Rue had to...
Yeah,
He took that one home for sure.
Rue definitely stood out.
I'm about to step up my game. Rue really brought it this year.
Yeah, it was great.
We had a good time. We brought some wood. We had a little fireplace. And even though it was damp out.
We were in the pavilion. We were covered. There was a huge stone fireplace. It was a beautiful pavilion. And it was right there by the falls. You could hear the water rushing. You could see all the lights. There was 1 million or over 1 million lights at the park, the state park, which is right there beside.
And it was packed.
The campground, yeah.
Even though they had all that rain, a lot of people showed up. The overflow parking came out of the park and over to where our campground was.
And they had shuttles.
And people were being shuttled back over to the park. But the benefit was where all of our campers were located, we had a good evening view of the lights across.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Across the falls.
So after dinner,
we got together, and I think it was $10 per person. Had to buy your tickets in advance. They were not able to be purchased at the gate.
Right.
And they pulled people in at the times. Like if you had a ticket for 7 o'clock, you couldn't go any earlier than 7. You can go after 7. Just couldn't get there any earlier.
Right.
And then we lined up, and we stood in line for about 20 minutes to get on the train. And there were
Yeah.
2 trains running, and a real pretty trip around the entire park. It was probably 7 minutes on
Yeah,
average
it was nice.
to get all
And-
the way around the park and see all the lights.
And that's not all that's for, too. You can also, whenever you get off the train, you don't have to leave. You can walk around the park, and it covers a general admission into the park.
Now, fast forward the next day, it rained that night, about 7 o'clock at night, and the park was packed. There were people out there in the pouring rain to ride the train and to look at those lights.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I wouldn't be out there.
That was fun, though, riding the train.
Yeah.
But, okay, so back up.
Back up.
Friday night, we rode the train, and then Saturday, it rained. No, it didn't rain at all Saturday.
It didn't rain Saturday. We had a great day Saturday.
Yeah.
We started off the day after everybody got breakfast and got around, and about 10:30, we got everybody together and said we're going to do a Teardrop Camper Tour. And of course, we started on one side of the park, came down, horseshoe back up.
So we started with Rue,
We started with Rue.
and man, he could work for IKEA.
It seems like every time I see Rue's camper, he's got something different about it.
Yeah, he's got some cool gadgets.
He does.
Well, not gadgets, but what'd you call them?
Gizmos.
Gizmos. He's got some cool gizmos. He can make anything, I'm convinced.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if he shows up one day and that thing turns into a transformer.
Or a plane. But he can like fold, like the sink, just folds, and then it's like this little bit, boom, it's hidden, and then you no longer see the sink anymore. It's like, where'd the sink go?
Yeah, that little stand that he has to hold his
Yeah.
water bottle.
Yeah, and
That thing all collapses down to one piece of wood.
the boxes, he made the boxes. I mean, who makes boxes?
You
Rue
can-
makes boxes.
Honestly, you could spend several hours talking about
Yeah.
how neat Rue's camper
Yeah,
is.
it really is.
So we had a new camper that was just built, and I think Mark
and Lynn.
and Lynn have only been out in their camper just a handful of times.
And we met them over at another site that I won't mention, but
He had a previous camp out with a different
right,
group.
with a different group.
So we invited them over to the DIYs, and he has a really nice Benroy style. It's a really classy looking
Yeah,
camper.
it is. It's really nice and roomy.
But I really like hanging out with Mark and Lynn, and they have a really cool camper. And I
Super
look
nice
forward
couple.
to future trips with them also. So right after that, we met Gary.
Gary and
And Kendra.
Kendra and their son Trip.
Yeah, and they have a Benroy style. In
They
which,
drove all the way down from Michigan. You gotta,
yeah, and Jay Poor built their camper,
give a shout out about that.
and that's
yeah.
a good-looking camper. That's a
Serenity.
Serenity. Yeah, they are proud of that thing. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful camper, and
Yeah.
they put a lot of thought into it. And Jay did a really good
Yeah,
job
he
on the
did. He
construction.
did a great job.
And I like those airplane cabinets that he's got built into
Yeah.
that. That's really cool.
Yep.
And I like this little story about the TV show that got canceled on the first season. All right. So right after them, we had Miss Sharon.
Miss Sharon, yeah.
Now, we met Miss Sharon at this park back in the spring, and she had just
In
bought
March.
her camper from Kevin Webster. And so the Red Mountain camper is built in Birmingham, just down the road from Nakalula Falls.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and Kevin is also a member of the DIY group. And I'd reach out to him whenever I was building my camper about getting some supplies from him. Super nice guy, makes a beautiful camper.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Sharon showed up, and she had the same tent that we had with the little scrunchy thing that goes over the back of the teardrop hatch. And so we went over there and just kind of showed her,
Helped her get that.
help her get it set up. But man, that tent really creates a nice space.
Yeah, it
And
does.
a lot of room. So
So after Sharon, it was.
Jim Copen. Yep. So
Yep.
we had actually met him and his I don't know if they're married or not, significant other, we'll
Yeah.
say.
Second,
We met them at Bull Shoals, and
Yeah.
we had a little tour of their camper back then, and so they showed up from Ohio to this camp out too, and it was good to see them again too.
yeah.
And they have just got a very unique style
Yeah,
of a camper,
it's really cool because the doors flip out. So
gold wing
yeah,
style. Yeah. So Cool.
So then
Robin and Gary.
Robin and Gary.
Robin and Gary have a little love bug.
Mm-hmm. It's
It
adorable.
Looks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little spin-off of the little Scamp type style trailers.
Looks like a square egg.
Yeah, that thing's a lowrider too. That thing like this high off the
It's
ground.
so cute because you can't say that it's square because the edges are round.
Oh,
That's
you know
why.
what Gary said he was told it looks like? It looks like a.
Okay.
Gary said it looks like a Pokemon ball.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
I agree.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does look like the little red and white Pokemon balls. Mm-hmm. So it was good to see them again. They're good friends of ours, and we always look
They're
forward.
good people.
I look forward to
Yeah.
camping out with them. And then we woke up Saturday morning, and right as the tour was getting ready to kick off, out pops the camper were 2 black campers.
Rod and Adrian snuck in late in the night on Friday night, and,
Yeah.
and boom, there they were right beside us. It was great. Yep.
Yeah, they said they rolled in about 2:00 in the morning, but I didn't know they were there until I was doing around and looked across, and there they were.
Yeah.
Now, you've got to check out some of the things
Yeah.
they have done to their camper.
Gorgeous camper.
This is a manufactured camper, but wow.
Yeah.
You got
It's
to check out the
beautiful.
gizmos.
They made their own little changes and,
Yeah.
and upgrades to this
They
camper.
were a true inspiration to this one, bringing some stuff that we had never seen before.
Yeah.
Some of the things that we've done to it, you can come on around this way. Did you unlock it? Just press the unlock on both of them.
Nice. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't go past that.
Don't go.
Now,
Don't
you
go
gonna have
past
to tell
that.
us about that.
Okay.
Baby, you gotta take
I'm
notes.
sorry about
now.
that. My
You gotta
bad.
take notes.
I looked past it. I'm my bad. So, like I said, it had a lot of basic things on it, but we've just sort of over the time just added what we'll go out and then it's like, man, we really wanted this. So, trying to find your keys all the time. So we actually just put a keypad lock on it. You know, so and it comes with a key fob remote, so you can just unlock it and lock it.
Amazon?
Not Amazon. It's RV lock. Yep.
Okay,
So-
we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Game changer. That's nice. That's nice.
Let's see here. All right, so
Oh, that's awesome. Does it have an alarm too?
it
No.
doesn't have an alarm. It doesn't have an alarm, but so on the inside of it, just some of the things that we've added to it. It's a lot of things. It has a 24-gallon fresh water tank under the bottom. I reinforced that with some beams under the bottom of that. We added 2 ARB awnings on the side here. There's an ARB room on that side over there that we added.
So pretty.
We modified and added a headboard in the front. There's storage. There's a 24 screen TV that we put up here as well. There's under bed storage under here on both sides.
Nice.
Okay. So on both sides you have
That is nice.
the length of the bed. You have storage under there. So we put that down and let's see here. I'm trying to think. We went back and changed all of the lights to just touch lights. A lot of times we'll be off in the woods somewhere, so I have a couple gun mounts and stuff that I put up in here as well. I think
Nice.
yeah.
Respect.
So
Yeah.
and I'm trying to think on the inside. Oh, and we added a max air fan to the top of it, so it didn't come with that type of fan. It came with again, it was a basic one.
That
so
broke. The original one
the
broke.
original one broke as we was driving.
Follow that.
So, hey, it's good reason to change it. Say again. I really like it. It's really good. So we didn't get the one since it's a teardrop. I don't need a remote for it. I can just reach the ceiling. So,
Yeah.
so we got that, and that was an Amazon purchase. So we got that, put it in. I actually put it on the YouTube channel because I didn't know what I was doing, but I figured it out.
It's beautiful. Oh, leave it open. You know they're gonna want to stick their
Oh,
head
yeah,
in.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's
So-
beautiful in there.
Here on the front, we actually kind of redid the tongue setup. It came with 120 gallon propane tank, but I put 2 up here. We added the box here so you can all of your outdoor things and stuff like that go up here at the box. Added the box. We also, you all know, well I don't know, but there's a bushwhacker group, and there's a guy on there, and he recommended this Jackie Up lift here. So basically, once you hook it up to the truck, then I can actually take the jack out so I can let the tailgate down.
Baby,
You know, so
that's nice.
yeah, so this comes, so once you twist it up, it just comes completely out. So, and it also helps, again, when we're going off-road with bottoming out and things of that nature, so you don't have to worry about
You're
that.
causing him to have to spend a lot of
I'm
money.
sorry.
Keyless, he's got a fob, key fob, and then it's a keyless entry where you can punch in your code.
Yeah.
I mean, who knew?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Wow.
But there's going to be an upgrade to this camper coming.
All of our jaws dropped. We were like, wait a minute, that is a game
What did you
changer.
just do?
Yeah, what'd you just do? What is that? Tell us about that.
Yeah. Plus, they had some really cool upgrades on the
Yeah,
camper.
super nice.
So right after that, they were parked next to us. So in line was our camper, and we have a little quick nickel and dime tour of our camper. Not much to say. You guys have probably seen our camper before. And then right after us was Jerry Wright
Yeah.
and his reclaimed camper.
Yeah.
I say reclaimed because he had his stolen right after our spring event last year. Mm-hmm. And he put it in storage. Well, I'll let the film speak. I'll let Jerry explain to you his story.
So it's a custom frame, was designed by me. I wanted everything plus the kitchen sink, I'll show you that later, in it. So I just wanted to build something, see if I could do it. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I bought Tony Latham's book. He was actually kind of my first introduction to him, and then discovered Jay's group and Michael Foster, and then the addiction just kept going.
Yeah.
So everything else is kind of stolen from everybody else's ideas.
Speaking
so.
of stolen,
Yeah.
Oh yes, I am the one that had the camper stolen from a secure storage facility. So
Yeah.
that was me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was this one. Yeah, they did some damage to it, stole some things out of it, but I think they realized it was custom, and they weren't going to just pawn it off on somebody as a manufactured trailer. So they dumped it about 7 miles from where they stole it. So I did get lucky to get it back, but yeah. Now I can track it. I know exactly where it's at. So.
Yeah.
I was heartbroken for you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I was dumb, so I put a removable tongue on it for the main reason of deterrence. We had just gotten back from our Schaefer Herd campground. It was late at night. I backed it into storage. I was like, I'll come back in a couple of days. I'll take it off. Yeah, it was that couple of days that they stole it. So partially my own fault. I should have had it off there. And Rue now has my, it's warning, it's tracked. So
More of those stickers, Jerry.
Oh, cool. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I did want one.
Mm-hmm.
but you're welcome to look around. Like I said, I don't know that I've got anything unique that, especially after Rue. I was going to say I've got a remote that turns it into a 40-foot RV, but
You know, Rue outdoes us on
he
everything.
does, yeah.
You know?
I do have a 25-gallon trash and a gray water tank underneath it, so we were kind of like them. We wanted to do off-roading and boondocking type stuff, so. Yep. 12-volt fridge. Stove oven combo, and I had to have a kitchen sink, so Rue was making fun of me this morning for the kitchen sink.
All right. Then right after that is Edwin. And if we are having a camp out anywhere around Alabama, Edwin's going to be there if he can. And it's always good spending time
Yeah.
with Edwin. I always look forward to him. He's
Yeah.
a great guy.
He is. He's a
with
super nice guy.
cool hot rod.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, his camper's for
His
sale.
camper's tricked out too. He's got some cute little
Oh, yeah. It's a
things
good looking
on
camper.
his camper. So
It's
yeah.
a good looking camper.
Mm-hmm.
And
it is for sale.
I
so,
can't wait to see what his build's going to look like.
Yeah, whenever he makes his next one.
His next one. That's right.
So that'll be nice. And he'll still tow it with his hot rod, is what he said.
Yep.
So,
It'll be a little bit bigger so he can bring his wife along. Mm-hmm. So right after that was Mark and Annette.
right?
And super cool build there. I really like the style and all the thought that he has put into his camper.
Yeah.
And he explained his whole power solar conversion setup in the back. And it's so intricate that he lost me.
You know,
But there's some stuff I want to do.
yeah.
Some stuff that I'm going to glean
I
from
just
his.
love the fact that everybody's is different.
That's the best part
Yeah.
about the DIY group.
Nobody has the same camper, so you don't get bored whenever you go to the next one and the next one. It's like, wow, they've got something totally different.
You can always steal ideas.
Yeah. So
right after that was the highlight of the trip.
well, we went to lunch. We broke for lunch, and then we all gathered back at our campsite for lunch. I mean, for our hike at 1:30.
Which was the highlight of the trip.
Yeah.
We entered the gorge down these steep rocks.
You made it.
You think you're going down, make it look good. Video.
You kind of lean back a little bit and put your hand on the back and that kind of listen.
They say that you can go down across the bridge and come up the other side.
Where's the actual?
And you're gonna find out later it was just like some regular
The
steps.
trail is, I guess that lays orange on the tree. And it kind of follow
You'll
it.
find out later it's
I've
just
seen a
some
couple of
regular
them
steps.
through.
Walk down.
Yeah, probably. That's cool.
Yeah, right.
All right, you made it. Just buried to your left a little bit, or your right. Right.
Your other left.
Yeah, my left. All right, just kind of crisscross. Yeah.
Good stuff. Airdrop that to me.
All right.
And then once you got at the rocks, there was a nice little bumpy hike
Yeah.
over to the falls.
It
was like
beautiful.
the falls just revealed themselves. And all the power, when you're down there in that gorge and that power, that water's hitting, it's like... Rue said it best when he was behind the falls. He said it really makes you feel insignificant because those falls were big and they were powerful, and it was raging.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was an incredible experience.
It's gorgeous. It's something that I've only seen once in my lifetime. So.
Got like a stack of rock.
Wow.
I got to worry about where my son is. I can hear him a mile away.
All right, then right after that, we had rain in the immediate forecast. At 5, 6 o'clock, it was supposed to start pouring again. So people, when they came back, started heading to their campers and breaking down to go home. Because some people, actually, Rod and Adrian left and Miss Sharon left because they didn't want to be caught in the rain.
Right.
But others started putting all their stuff away so they didn't have to wake up in the morning and be in the weather trying to pack all the gear up.
And we broke for dinner. You know, we allowed everybody to enjoy dinner on their own at their campsite, or if they wanted to get together with the other campers. That's fine. But we don't really like to smother you to where you have to do something with us every few minutes. We like to kind of let you enjoy, you know, where you are and what you're doing. And
We want to have enough activities so
Right.
we aren't bored.
Yes, exactly. So then we got together after dinner for Dirty Santa, and that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed the Dirty Santa gifts.
Yeah,
Gift
it's great.
exchange. Because you never know what you're going to get. Some people have the Dirty Santa gifts.
Right.
Like, you're like, wow, I can't believe I ended up with this.
Yeah.
And then some people are like, wow, I can't believe this was a gift.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, so you never know what you're going to get with a Dirty Santa.
Like dude eggs.
Rue ended up with the dude eggs.
Yeah.
I don't know who brought the dude eggs, but Michelle's got some ideas.
Yeah. That was funny. Sorry, Rue.
At least you won the dirty sweater contest or the ugly sweater contest.
Yeah, the ugly sweater contest. Yeah.
All right, then right after that, we had a little break in the rain. Everybody hit back and got themselves into their campers for the night before the big storms hit. And then the next morning, we were all packed up.
Yep.
We just woke up. We didn't even make coffee.
No, we got coffee on the road.
We just jumped in the
Because
truck.
we didn't want to take a chance that it would rain. So
And it wasn't raining when we woke up. We expected it to. But
it rained during the night.
Yeah.
All night during the night.
But there was a little break about 7 o'clock, and some people had already pulled out and started heading back. But we had leisure enough time to get into our truck and start heading out. And that was it. We had a wonderful time, guys.
We really did.
If you are able to make it next year, we really encourage you to come out. It was a wonderful time, and I think everybody there will agree. Matter of fact, we've already opened up reservations for the next year's camp out.
Yes.
And the people were there. I think the majority of them have already booked spots.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And we're supposed to get more spots this coming next year.
Yep.
Miss Lori has already sectioned off more spots. We expect it to grow. And we are getting 2 pavilions. One's
Yes.
an indoor with a gas fireplace, and one was an outdoor with the fire log gas place.
Yeah, so we can have more.
No extra charge.
No extra charge. We can have more activities, you know, and which I'll probably be adding some more activities for us to do. So look forward to,
It'll be bigger and better next year.
bigger and better.
Miss Lori said that we created a little bit of a buzz. All the other campers around were in the office talking about all the tiny campers.
Yeah, because they're so used to just seeing all those big manufactured campers, and then here all of a sudden there's like these little dink, 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 little bitty tiny campers, and everybody was just impressed and amazed. All of them were different. So
I would actually like it if some of the other big campers would join us in on the Teardrop Camper tour when we go walk around to sample these tours.
So we might
or
kind
sample
of
these campers.
invite some to
Put a post out
yeah,
there. Yeah, I think that would be a neat.
send out some flyers or something
Yeah, make an announcement among the park.
in
all
case
the
they
other
want
camping
to check
rigs.
out our campers while we're showing all the other
Yeah.
people in the group. Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right, guys. So go ahead and make your reservations now before they book up, so you don't miss out. Don't forget, whenever March or November rolls around, start buying your tickets for the Christmas lights display
Right.
at the campground. That's separate You have to buy your tickets in advance. They're not sold at the gate.
Yes.
$10, and you get to ride the train.
7 o'clock. Go for the 7 o'clock. It's perfect.
Yep, 7 o'clock is when we're going to be booking for the
train ride.
Next,
and it's next to the campground, so you have to buy those tickets separate.
December 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th of 2023 will be our next camp out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If this is your first time watching, we ask you to hit the subscribe button and follow us along on our adventures. And also hit the like button and share the content if you really enjoyed the video.
And remember,
Keep growing
keep building,
and always
keep adventuring. And together, we're Flomaton Famous.
We'll see you next time.